Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Vilisink, this is Raid Shadow Legends. How are you all? How are you doing? It's Friday. Hope you're all enjoying the sun. Hope you're all having the time of your life. The weather and the sun has been ridiculous the last week, 2 weeks. Almost unbearable. But for Aberdeen, Scotland, it's quite a change. So we can't really complain. I need to go in here, get rid of this red dot for a second. Uh, no, I don't want to pop up. I want to collect my stuff, and then I'm going to be talking about a champion that took me 3 years to pull. 3 years to pull this champion. We're going to talk about him because he's one of only 3 champions that can do what he does. Palladium have said that they will not be releasing another champion with this ability on his kit because it's extremely overpowering. They never knew just how powerful it was when they released it, but since then there's been absolutely no champions that do what this champion does. One of the champions that does what this champion does is Valkyrie, and the other one is Martyr. Just to give you an idea, so you can, by process of elimination, you can kind of figure out who we're talking about. And that is Skullcrusher, who I planned to actually build during CVC, but it was a day late. So Skullcrusher has a pretty cool kit. Let's quickly take a look at it. We'll go to the index to show you his full stats because he's level 51. I want to be precise on what his full stats are, and then we can go over how much HP I have with him, how much defense he's got. His A1 is a single hit smash, 50% heal reduction, debuff if the target's defense is lower than this champion's, which I don't know, possible at times, but it's nothing really special. It's not why you use him. Stonewall is why you use him because he has a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Places a counter attack buff on all allies except himself for 2 turns because he gets unkillable for 1 turn. Now the counter attack on all abilities, only 3 champions do it as far as I'm aware. If there's a 4th one, I'm shocked, but I'm pretty sure there's not. And it's took me years and years and years to get this champion from a shard. Man, I got a Monitor, I got Duchess, I got Rotos, I've got so many other champions. I got Calvalax before I got this champion. And the counter attack part of this kit enables so much damage. And where I'm going to be really focusing him is Clan Boss. And that's how he's built. He doesn't have his masters yet. I believe he may be booked out because it was relatively easy. And his aura is faction spray 45%. So he will be used for faction chips. But he has been built at a certain speed and all that type of stuff for a reason. That is a clan boss build. So we're going to focus with him. Let's quickly show you how much stats he has. So currently at level 51 he has 36,641 HP, 3.5k defense, 172 speed, 44% crit rate, which potentially could be higher. I think we'll see. Crit damage is 182, which is higher than I thought it was going to be. Resist accuracy, not really bothered. Don't think it would make a huge difference. But he's going to be clan boss, and he's going to be enabling so many of my champions. But we're going to quickly, because I want to see myself actually what his stats are. So we need to go to Ogren, and it sucks to get rid of some of those red dots. I'm so used to seeing them. So 19,320 base HP for a defense champion is actually is really good, considering he has ally protection on his kit and whatnot. This is actually very strong. I think it's quite cool. If it was any lower, it kind of wouldn't synergize with the kit. Wouldn't make sense. But 19,000 is very good. 1189 defense base, being defense based. Slightly lower, but he does have ally protection. So maybe that's just why he has slightly more HP than he does defense. And to HP, which we're aware of, so he's a pretty cool champion. His stats are quite respectable. If you've ever seen a video with Skullcrusher, it would have probably been an old clan boss takeover video. You can use him in dungeons, use him in faction wars. For how I have him built, it's a clan boss, so that's where we're going to have a little bit of fun. And I've been messing around, and I had a couple of teams, and I wasn't really bothered about leaving to save the key. I was just going to buy another one. And some teams got crit on quite crazily, even though I rebuilt a few of the champions that you see there to be suitable for a clan boss run. So let's just jump here, or we could try, will we do Nightmare? See how far we can get on Nightmare. Because Ultra Nightmare, if we die too soon, then you don't really get to see a benefit to what we're trying to do. So we potentially could take in, we have Poison, we need, I'm thinking about putting in Vrask, or I'm thinking, because HP burn would be really good as well, which is Ninja. Rotos is just kind of a crazy son of a bitch for damage. The heals could be Vrask. Do we need revives? I would think so. Which means Rotos are coming out. Banshee is staying. Potentially, let's just get, I will need some heals. So what we need to do is, we need to, where's my champion? Where's my champion? Put him in. We could even put in Apothecary. Apothecary actually would maybe be, I think Vrask might be slightly better. We're going to get that heal every single turn. It's maybe becoming a slightly pay to win team, putting in Duchess. But at the end of the day, you use who you have. So we're going to go in. I rebuilt War Maiden. Because I've been mentioning a plan in my head, and the plan in my head is, even if it's champions from campaign, I want to kind of do like a clan boss team with them. So we had Skullcrusher, we could have ARS, we could have War Maiden, and even login champions. Taking Silo of the Drakes, we could take in a few champions. So Duchess will get slapped. We have heals from that champion with counter attack. So yeah, how about we throw in Frozen Banshee? Is it damage? Frozen Banshee or damage? What do you think? I think with Duchess, I mean, there we go. We can get a heal every turn. We get some damage. I really want to build Narma, believe it or not. I think Narma would be badass. I think she'd be fantastic. We do have damage coming from him as well. I've never hesitated so much on picking a team, because so much goes through your head. You think of so many possibilities. Decrease defense, we can poison counter attack. We can counter attack with Occult Brawler. But I think Banshee, if it's counter attack, because we're not going to survive 50 turns. But the idea is just to show you kind of how cool this can be. I might even work on some unkillable comp, where I could maybe start off with Man-Eater, then I could put in Skullcrusher to cover the last one. So we should have turned off her A2, because her A2 is pointless, and we should have turned off the AoE stun, because that's pointless as well. And let's just get going. Decrease defense. We're soon going to put this on auto. we do need attack. There's an unkillable buff on this champion. It's 3 turn cooldown. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So I think we'll wait, because if he does get hit with a stun, which he might, we should be good. Let's just hit that there. Let's just try and put up a decreased speed debuff. Let's put up a poison. Being weak doesn't make a difference. Frozen Banshee should still do extremely well. But on counter attack, we'll watch the first few turns. Not sure how the battle will go, but hopefully everybody, you kind of get the gist of just how powerful or how much of an enabler Skullcrusher is, and why people look to him. There used to be clan boss teams. It would be Steel Skull, who I don't have built. There would be Drex. There would be Razin. There would be Kale. Everybody would need to be like 170, 171 to 189. Like a 3k defense. Let's see. So we're hitting weak, which is a bit of a shame. So we're not necessarily getting. Yeah, we took in a very weak team here. Force Affinity, you had to be Force. I should have taken like a counter attack. I should have taken. It would have been really good if I took in, what do you call him, the dwarf that does reflect damage. So it's stun cell, it's fine. Hopefully we get some strong hits here. And hopefully you get to just see how good this champion Skullcrusher can be. I'm going to just close one of these blinds because, oh my lord, the sun coming in through that window is baking my face. It's unreal. It's unheard of in Scotland to do this. So we're on Nightmare. I could potentially do a team that, what, over 20 million? You have to spend some time looking at comps. Are quite cool. I really want to try to work on like a 2-key Ultra Nightmare team using Skullcrusher, because just look at what he can offer. Counter attacks, use more poisons. Not if you're the wrong affinity though. We could have taken different damage dealers. We could have taken anybody. Side of the Drakes is cool though. We want her to potentially get stunned, because she is the weak affinity here. So, got decrease attack, it doesn't make a difference. We're just going to see. She's going to get the stun, it's going to be cool. The master race for Skullcrusher. Hopefully get them as soon as possible, because we can get the decreased cooldown. There's a few things that we can do to help that unkillable come back. And hopefully keep it on realistically the whole fight, so it never ever falls off. The Frozen Banshee thing, that's really, it's proving to be a bit of a waste. She can heal herself, which is good. So we've lost Steel Skull, but let's just, for the first time ever, we're going to go, while we're alive, we're going to go there, and we're going to tap on raid again. And then we're going to load back in. I would have changed the team, but for this team, I'll jump back in when we're a little bit further on inside the fight. I think the negative affinity thing kind of weighed us down a little bit. I mean, the point of the message is still the same, you know, like the extra attacks are going to accumulate to massive damage. but we were just getting some weak hits. We weren't getting certain poisons placed, so it seemed just a little bit. It was just as if the what we were seeing kind of wasn't what we were hoping for. But we'll stick on Nightmare, and we'll get rid of you because you're pointless. We'll get rid of your ass as well. We might need to keep you. We need. Oh, we need this guy. If we get counter attacks and he can proc his passive, hell yeah. I will absolutely go for that. Chagur is a very interesting champion in itself. Because if he puts up poisons, he's going to attack. He's also void. But I think Brachus, so we have a revive, my rebuilt War Maiden. Skullcrusher will be last. So we'll start this fight. We'll watch a few turns. I'll jump to the end. We'll kind of see whatever the damage is. We're just going to let it be. Let it be. A Nightmare. We should get a proc from Geomancer's decreased cooldown from one of his masteries. Which means after the stun, when we get the AoEs, we should get way more damage back. How did he 3% resist me? It's as if they really dislike Skullcrusher and they want to put him into teams that fail. Heal reduction on clan boss. I do not think there's going to be an issue. We did get some poisons on. The counter attack from Brachus could be interesting. We do have poisons from War Maiden. We have HP burn, which is going to be immensely impactful here. And we're going to go a few more turns. I'm then going to leave for a few minutes. I'm going to come back in and just show what the damage is. But the message is the same. The counter attack, everybody's going to get hit here. So everybody's now going to get a turn. And Geomancer's passive is going to proc off. We're going to get some damage. He'll then do another attack. We'll then counter attack again. We'll then get a turn. Counter attack again. We'll then get a turn. There's like limitless possibilities with Skullcrusher. One of 3 champions that are extremely rare in the game. I would not say no to a Valkyrie just purely for the shield, because it's genuinely insane. It's like miscreated monster on like really crazy steroids. So it's turn 6, 4 million damage is looking slightly better. We'll notice the stun is going to Scylla the Drakes. That heal every single turn is proving to be so good. And the only damage, I mean, we're getting good hits from Brachus, don't get me wrong. I use him in the Brachus Unkillable anyway, or the Bracket Unkillable. So the counter attacks are good, but most of it is coming from Geomancer. Look at all these numbers. If we get a weak hit or a bad hit, the numbers are not as high, but we're doing very respectful, way better than last time. I was going to jump ahead, but I'm going to show everybody how stupid I am. I put in 2 magic champions to a Force Affinity clan boss. So, you know, what the hell? Everybody kinda, when you're trying to do things off the cuff to show a champion, show a comp, and you put the team in, you sometimes don't know if it's going to work. And that's just kinda how it goes. But this is proving to be slightly better. Masteries for Skullcrusher, I really wanna. We'll see how much energy I've got. Even if I just get, I think even if I just get like the defense ones, or whatever he's defense support. If I get them done, that would be quite cool. War Master will be good. Should be getting way more damage. I'll have to check War Maiden. I'm not sure what her build is. I believe it has been changed, but I think I changed her from like a damage kind of build to, like I say, a clan boss build. So I might show everybody the newer version of War Maiden. I've had her with full crit rate, 200 crit damage, and respectable attack, 200 speed, and all the rest of that stuff. But we have a clan boss build, so I might do like a very short video with not really any dungeon runs or anything in it. I might just show off the build that I've made for a clan boss, and you know, it might give somebody an idea, or maybe not. But we're looking okay with this. I'm actually liking the look of it. I think I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep rambling on crap, and I'm going to stay. And if you have Skullcrusher, please tell me what I'm doing wrong down below. Yeah, I have the unkillable, but I absolutely am dead set on building a old school type of team. With the defense, the attack and the crit damages and all that shit is important. So high defense, get the accuracy if they need it, get them to go speed wise in the position that they have to go in, and then we're sorted. And Brachus on this battle alone he has been absolutely enabled, but I think we're just going to wipe. But it's going to be interesting to see how things have turned out. So we're going to die in a second. Brachus, oh no, oh, revive extra turn. Here you go, Brachus. Here you go. Get him again. Get him again. Get him again. Get him again. Beast mode. Get him again. Here we go. And wasn't that quite fun? So 13.22 million on Nightmare isn't really that bad. 6 million from Brachus is quite cool. Not really that much damage from Skullcrusher. He was the enabler with the counter-attack buff. Geomancer, as always, he was the majority of it. War Maiden, her build changed to a clan boss build, which I can show you guys very soon. And still, she gave us a passive heal, a decreased speed A1, and a revive, so it was still extremely cool. This Skullcrusher is a very cool champion. He's a very old school champion. You know, if you're moving away from the unkillable and you want to try an old school champion where you go 1-1 or 2-1 and see how long you can survive, then he is absolutely somebody that you have to have in your team. What I want to do is I want to go to him real quick, and I want to rate him very quickly. No, Tavern, I'm so stupid. Let's go 8,300 reviews. So he's a 5 in their arena defense. I mean, he's probably a 4 in arena defense for sure. Fire Castle. I mean, I'm gonna just for the counter attacks, getting that shield down, it can be fantastic, especially with some cold hearts. Arena offense, I mean, he's good, maybe not fantastic. Ice Golem, he could be very good there. All the keeps, I mean, I'm not sure how much use he would be. They're easy enough. Spider counter attack for Spider's Den. I have not used him. I hear he's damn good. Campaign. Force keep. Okay, magic keep, he'd be strong affinity. I mean, it could be quite good. The counter attack could potentially, with certain champions, steal the buff, remove the buff, whatever. Faction Wars, oh, he's also got a 5. Void keep. For spirit keep, go see Hydra. I would say Hydra, not doing Hydra too often. Enabling other people to do damage is surely not a bad thing. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to show you this beautiful guy's face as I exit this video. But I think the point is quite clear. I could do different clan boss runs. We could go into dungeons. I could have Rotos, Raw Guards. You know, and we could counter the whole day and so forth. But he's a very strong champion. He's an old school champion. And people that used to use him potentially have moved on to their Bat Eater comps, their Double Man Eater comps, or Demether comp, something with like 290, 300 speed. The Skullcrusher's an OG. You know, he deserves a little bit of respect. Over the 3 years he's taken a severe beating, and he's still standing, he's still smiling, and he still looks as happy and as agile as ever. So guys, if you have Skullcrusher, use him. He loves the pain. I appreciate you watching, guys. Stay safe. Keep on reading. See you soon.